Hi all, very good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Okay. Okay, so I think this will be the last SQL class. Okay, let me so I modified few of the file for today. So I'll share my screen.
Ashish, I have a quick question.
Yeah, sure. Please go ahead.
I share my screen. I'm facing some issue in the data frame.
Okay. So you're sharing, right? Your screen?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Can you able to see?
Yes.
Yeah. What I am doing is I am getting data from SQL Server, and I put it in a result, and I am printing the result. So I'm getting this format. Then I'm putting it in a data frame. With the one ID, it is working because what happened? All the data which I get it from this table. I'm calling
Okay.
ID and name. When I put ID, it is not actually ID. It is taking all data in one.
So I got the issue. So you are selecting what in the results? One is ID, another is the name.
Yeah.
So in the columns of the data frame, in the second parameter, you along with ID give comma and give name also. Like you did in the
Wait a minute. See, that is also commented here. So when I put both, see, ID and name, I am putting the same name here. When I run this, I'm getting some error.
Can you run this? Yeah.
Yes. See,
Just
it says like I'm sending too many parameters. Like
say per past value is 7.1. Indices in okay. Can you go up? Let me see what is happening here. 303. So the results you are getting, it is actually a list of tuples. List of tuples, and the values you are giving is can you give that as a list in the columns and a list inside list? I'm not sure. Let me quickly check. Can you give in the list inside list? You know what I'm saying? Like in the while creating the data frame.
Okay.
Give list. No, actually this should work. Okay. Columns, rows. So fetch all. No. List dbo.pure master where okay. So this result is that list of tuple that is we are getting, right?
Yes. So
it
this
should
is
work.
the data.
It should work actually. Why it is saying like you are passing 7.1 is the what is the error again? Can you go down?
It's 7 rows, but only one parameter is expecting. It says I'm sending 2 parameters. That means I'm sending 2 columns here. When I remove one, it works, and the whole column comes in one column.
No. I got it. So can you do one thing? Can you copy that result from the down cell? That that one. Yeah, can you copy that into a different cell? Like a new cell. Create a new cell and copy that information. We'll try to create. Yeah. Okay. So is it like with a Can you give something any variable name there? Okay. Now can we again create So when you are creating list of tuples, what is the method we used? It's like, guys, can you verify this list of tuples format is correct while creating the, so create the data frame there again, try to create it pd dot data frame, then pass the data.
Yeah.
Yeah, here, yeah, try to create, yeah. Then instead of this create data, huh, and here you mention, right, great, ab, right,
Yeah, it
it's
works
coming,
fine.
right? It's coming here. So what is there that is, let's see, like something
Same
wrong.
result is not working here.
No, something is wrong actually. We did the same thing, isn't it? That's
Yeah,
the exact thing.
I just copy paste this.
Yeah.
Shall I do one thing?
Mhm.
Shall I use the same there? I mean, just copy this
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
So I'm assigning this results to data.
So results is a list of tuples, and hmm.
The
So
same
no,
issue.
something we are missing actually. Where somewhere. Okay. Can we see the error details now? Now let's deep dive into the errors. Okay, just go from the beginning. This will be bit, yeah, no, yeah, here. So here it is PD. Okay, it is calling this data frame, merge data index column, d type, copy, go below. Hmm. Hmm. Can you do one thing for me? The results that you are getting in that cell, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. After that, can you comment everything? Yeah, just till
You
that
want to
results.
you want to
Don't
print or you don't want?
print also. You can. Okay, leave the print one. Huh. Now in the results, there is an attribute called your details. Can you see there is an attribute? Give dot and hit tab after results. Dot then tab. Can you see something is called your details or something is there?
No, only these start, reverse. Kind of.
Cursor dot fetch all, or hmm, copy insert revert. So do one thing, that execute part, can you put that into a variable? Yeah, yeah, that line, assign that to a variable, and then you, yeah, try to implement. So what I'm thinking is something.
So see that
Can you print the result now? Can you print it?
yeah, it's
Okay.
coming. Okay.
Okay. Can you do uncomment? Hmm.
Same.
This is something interesting because it is working in normal. Uh,
Yeah, when
but,
we directly the output, if we give as an input, then it works. But when I pass this result to data, it is not working yet.
please verify the type of that result that we are getting, because when we copied that in a different cell.
Yeah, it
uh,
says list.
have you checked that type?
Yeah, I checked already.
Then why it is not working? It is something. And where you are running this in your Jupyter notebook, is it?
Yeah, Anaconda, using Anaconda.
Shape of past
See, here I'm getting this class as result. So
class
this
is
is a
list.
yeah list.
Okay. Data is this.
So format
Then
also in list format.
mm, And this query you are using order by something something. That is the query.
That I can remove, not a problem. So I can
No,
remove.
no, that is the this is the data you are using, like a demo data, or like what is most popular column order something
I'm
something.
fetching it from my SQL, my MS SQL database.
No, this is something because the same thing when we are doing in the next cell, it is working, but here it is not working. We need to verify whether it is particular to you, or like how can we, we need to recreate this error in our system.
Okay.
Okay, okay, do one thing. Okay, we'll talk after the session. Okay,
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
let's continue the session and we'll
Yeah.
talk. Yeah.
Other things with the SQLite, everything works fine. Only when I call from MS SQL,
Mhm,
I'm putting it in a variable that is called a list, and
mhm,
this list
mhm.
I'm trying to put in a format, so which is not working.
Let's see.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So let's try. You tried to create exactly with the same thing, but for other tables, and see what is happening.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay. So today also we'll see this. Good start to describe these things. Let me share my screen. So yesterday we today we need to start for a join operation, basically. How to perform the joining in one table from another table. Okay, so this in SQL there are like kind of three kind of join, you can say. Like one is inner join, one is outer join, one is cross join. Just need my e-writer here. So what do we mean by inner join? Anyone aware?
It gives only the matching records from the tables.
Huh. So let me explain you with let's consider this is my table 1, okay, and this is my table 2, okay, table 1 and 2. So inner join means which is common to both the table, that is this part, right? We'll see with example. Okay, that means which are common in both the table, give me that result. Now what is outer join? Outer join is nothing but everything, like totally join two tables and give me the result. Okay, this is called outer join. Cross join is like one step again ahead of this outer join. It will, suppose this table has 4 columns, this table has 5 columns, it will join every row from this table to every 5 row to this table. Are you getting what that means? That means suppose this is my table, 2 table, and here I have, suppose 1 2 3 4 columns, sorry, 4 rows. Here I have 3 rows. So here this first column will be joined with every row, then second column will be joined with every row, then third column will joined with every row. Now can you tell me, if this table has 5 rows, this table has 4 rows, this table has 5 rows, then how many possible connection it will make and give you the result?
20.
Right. So that means if we'll do a cross join, that is going to give you all the results. Okay, all the results by combining this. And specifically, this is not advised to perform cross join, because in a working scenario, when you have multiple rows, like millions of rows, and you perform a cross join, then that query is going to run forever. Okay, so cross join I have seen very rare to use unless you need all the information from both the table. And there is another two join, that is called your left join. Okay, left join and right join. So what is left join and right join concept? Suppose this is the two table, these all things will implement in code. Okay guys, so if you're not getting also, we'll see. This is one table, this is two table. Left join means results of this table. Right join means results of only this table. Okay, are you getting it? So left join means results of the left table, all the results from the left table, and right joins means all the results from the right table. Okay, and in SQLite, actually there is no concept of right table. Do you know why? Can you think of something like how to make this left join as a right join? So when the logic is here, when we have two table, when we write this table 1 left join table 2, this is how we write the syntax. We'll see that. Okay, so what does this mean? This will be at left, this will be at right. Now can you tell me, without writing right join, how can I make it right join? If I'll interchange this position,
Yeah.
2 left join 1, that means this is a left join but similar to right join for 1 and 2, isn't it? So that's why you don't have right join concept in SQLite here. Maybe they will introduce in the future versions, but till now I think left join is there. We'll see. Okay, we'll see. So this is what a joining concepts are. Now let's try to.
Sir, sorry to interrupt. Can you please explain cross and outer join?
Okay, sure. So outer join means you have 4 rows here, 5 rows here, right? Outer join means give me combination of both the table. That means 9 rows I'll get total. Okay, this is outer join. Give me all the results, combine all the results and combine both the tables and give me the result. This is outer join. Cross join means, why I am drawing the table here, because to make you understand, every row from one table will be connected to all rows in another table and give you the results. Then second row will combine to each row and give you the result. That's why it's called what? Cross join. Like every row will be connected to other rows from the second table. That's why it's called cross result. So how many results you are expecting here? If it is 4 and 5, 20 results. Are you getting the difference now?
Yeah,
So this
yes,
is
sir.
just, yeah, this is the summation up to table. This is like you connect every row to other tables, all rows, okay, and give the. We'll see in the coding. Also, we'll see how this is working. So, so let's do our job today, guys. We'll connect. We'll try to create table. Okay, and so this is the traditional way that we are doing, but we have now that execute many, right? So what I did, I tried to make this with execute many. So what I did, I took customer data and order data. What does this mean? That I am creating 2 tables to perform join operation. Actually, this is my tables. This is how it looks like. Okay, this is the customer table and this is the order table that you need to create. Okay, and how many these are? 4 rows are there in the customer table, 6 rows are there in order table. Now can you see what is not common in both the table?
It has 6 rows, like the order table has 6 rows and customer table has only 4 rows.
Yeah, that is one difference. Okay, great. Now customer
Column
tables
difference.
column difference is there. Okay. Now in terms of the details that it is storing, that customer table storing customer details, order table storing order details. Now can you tell me whether all customers details are present in order table or not? And what is the primary key here and what is the foreign key here?
Customer ID is the foreign key for orders table.
Customer ID is the foreign key for orders table. That means there is a relationship between these two tables. Now can you see which customers details is not there in both the table and which customers details are there in both the table?
Like
1, 2, 3 are there,
customers.
4th customer is not there.
Right, right. So customers ID from 1 to 3, those customers details are present in the order table, but for the customer ID 4, the details is not present in the order table. Okay, why I told you, you'll get to know when you see inner join. Okay, now first let's execute this code and create this table first. So by looking into the table, I created what? List of tuples. And in the order table, for order table also, I created the list of tuples. Okay, now once I run this, now for the two table, can you see for the two tables I'm creating the columns here? Create table customers, create table orders, and ID integer primary key, ID integer primary key, and respective column and their data type. Now once the table is created, I am using execute many and inserting this what? Custom data and order data that I created. Okay, this is for order and this is for custom. Let's execute this. Now
Ashish,
yeah,
through execute method, you are creating a columns, and then through execute many, you are assigning the values to the rows, right?
so execute means like you want to run some SQL query
Mm-hmm.
inside that execute function. So what SQL query, that depends on us, right? So
Yeah.
execute this query is for creating tables. Now you can change this query to selecting tables also. Okay, so that means this is our key here. Okay, using this we are executing every query, whether it is creating, selecting, inserting, everything. Now the difference between these two is like this is to just run one time. Okay, this you
Mm-hmm.
can run for multiple times. Only you need to pass the multiple values. That is the difference.
Sure, sure. Yeah.
Now rest of the things are same. And once you created this, can you see what happened? There is a cursor created at. So I told you yesterday, right? Two ways to do this: either using cursor.execute or connection.execute. Now the fact behind that statement is you can see here connection.execute also creating a cursor. Even if you use the connection string, that is also creating a cursor. Now cursor means whatever you are executed, that results are stored inside the cursor, whatever you are doing. And when you are calling this fetch all, after executing that query, it is fetching the result. That's what it is doing. Okay, now creating pandas data frame. Are you able to understand today? Can you go through
Sir,
it?
sorry. I like we don't have fetch all for connection, is it? For con dot fetch all. Like yesterday I tried, it says like there is no such method inside connection.
Connection, we don't have fetch all. Correct, correct.
Okay.
But once, so you assign this to another variable, that means you create another object and there you can do fetch all.
So you meant to say like you have created con dot execute many. So this one you have to assign to another variable, and that variable dot fetch all if you give, you will get the result.
Yeah, correct, correct. That
Okay,
will work.
okay.
Because
Okay.
because using that you are creating connection object. So you can see here, this connection is nothing but creating a cursor only. So better to save this in a variable and you can call that as a cursor.
Ashish, can you please, can you just write a piece of
Okay.
code to do that?
Write some code to do this. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
like that
So
connects. Yeah.
so I'm not going to use this query. Why I'm not
Yeah,
going
yeah,
to
that's
use
fine.
this
That's
query?
fine. Yeah.
So let's do this. So this one or this one. Okay, this one. Uh, sorry guys. Bad. Okay. So what I'm doing? So this is my query. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm doing it using what? Connection.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So this is what a connection execute. Right. So let's run this. So there is a cursor created here, right?
Yeah.
Now there is no attribute, as he said, there is no attribute called
Fetch all,
connection
yeah.
dot fetch all. If we'll do this, it will throw error, right? This error.
Yeah, yeah.
So what you do, you save this into a variable. That means save this means you are creating the object from
Okay.
this connection string,
Mhm.
and this a can you can give also this name also.
Cursor.
Cursor
Okay,
also you
okay.
can give, or any name.
Okay.
Now
Okay,
when
and
you
now we can okay, fine. Through that object, fine.
okay,
Excuse me,
Yeah.
sir. Can you
Yeah.
please explain the difference between the cursor.execute and connection.execute?
Okay, so both are you, so as there is a confusion, both is you can say same, okay, because both the things are creating a cursor only at the end, whether you use connection.execute or cursor.execute. Okay, that means both are doing the same thing by creating a cursor after executing this code. It is creating a cursor, whether you use connection or cursor, anything. That is clear?
Yes, while using cursor.execute, we need not to store the connection.execute like store in a separate variable. We can directly cursor.execute and cursor.fetch all. When we give that command, it will gives the output, right?
Correct, correct. You are
But when we using connection.execute, we have to store in a variable, and that we have used the variable name, and then we give the fetch all command.
right, but why that is happening? So if you remember how you are creating a cursor, can you tell me the code? How you are creating a cursor?
Connection.cursor equal to
Like this. So tell me, you are creating cursor using what? Connection. Here you are also doing the same thing, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
You are creating a cursor using connection string only. So if you write like this also, okay, connection.cursor, then you do cursor.execute. Okay, then you write this same
Okay,
thing.
okay. Initially, for that, initially we are assigning. Here we are after we are assigning the variable. Okay, okay.
Correct. So here, let me see. Oh, sorry. Spellings also I need to be careful. Okay, you're getting. So anyway, we are creating the cursor from connection string only. Either you do like this, I directly execute the query, it is creating a cursor, or you call the cursor method also, it will create the cursor. But here two things you are doing, right? First you are creating the cursor, then you are executing the query. But these two lines is being handled in this one line. Now clear, right, about it?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Great. Now, again, if you remember our pandas, how to create the data frame, pragma table info. And we have other methods also that we have in the below also we'll see. So you remember this one? We are creating a cursor, then connection execute this query. What we need to pass here? The table name, right? So for order tables, I am doing it. Okay. For order tables. So this is how my order tables look like. Right? ID, customer ID, product. This is same as what we have here, customer table. This one, ABCD, and no address for. Okay, this is order table. Sorry. This is order table, guys, right? This table, customer ID, product, and price. And Apple Watch, everything, iMac, everything is here. Okay. Now, this is same as to do the same thing, but we are capturing this in a data frame. That you understood, right? No doubt here. Now, can you tell me what I need to do for this customer table? Order table, this is how I created the data frame. How to create it for customer table? What I need to make changes here? Same code I am going to use, right?
Orders, we need to replace the customer name.
This is for which table?
Customers.
This is what I'm going to change. And what else?
Select query, select query.
Select.
Yeah.
Right. So these two things, right? Only. So these two things will show me the customer table, right? This is what we have.
Yes.
Okay. Now our table creation is done. But like, why we're all doing all this? To learn joining, right? Okay. Let's do some join operation here. Inner join. Let me try to explain the syntax fast. Okay, then we'll see the result. So when you perform an inner join, what you need to specify? You need to specify either what columns that
Common
you are
name.
going to, yeah, what columns you are going to select from the two tables. That is, now this is a small table. Suppose you have columns, like a table with multiple columns, like 100 columns. There, if you will select all the columns, then the search result you are going to get confused. So to be specific, from both the tables, you will select the columns that you are going to see. That means what? Like from both the table, which columns I'm going to. So tell me which columns we need to select. Name, let's not select address, then product and price. So here from customer table, I am selecting name. From orders table, I am selecting two columns, product and price. Now, can you see how I am defining this? Table name. So select, what in the select statement, what is the next word for select? Select the column name. Now here, as multiple tables are there, we need to be specific about which table and what column. So that's why select customers.name. That means go to customers table and select name column. Orders.product. That means go to orders table, select product. And what else? Again, go to orders table and select price. So 3 columns we are selecting here. Is it clear, this part? Then what is the syntax for select statement? Select this so and so column from, then what? Table name, from where we are selecting. How many tables we are selecting here? 2 tables, right? So when you are selecting from 2 tables, you have to write table 1. So select so and so columns from table 1, then inner join table 2. This is how you need to write the syntax for joining statement. Now, once you understood this one statement, then it will be same for other joining also. What is the difference only? Here you need to change. If you want to cross join, then instead of inner join, you have to write cross join. Or instead of left join, you have to write any join that you are going to perform. But the syntax will be same. Let me summarize again. Select column called name from customer table, column called product from orders table, column called price from order table. The syntax, as per the syntax, from table 1, that is customers, inner join table 2. Now this is not done yet. So once you do this, you have to mention the foreign key and what? Primary key relationship here. Now, as you said, what is the foreign key? Here, customer ID.
Yeah.
What is the primary key? This ID.
ID.
So that means which 2 columns are same in this 2 table, only the name is different. Which 2 columns? From customer table, which column?
ID.
Right. And from order table, customer ID.
Customer ID.
So these two columns are same in both the table, but only the names are different. Do you agree with me? Right. So this thing, so whenever you are performing the join, this relationship you have to define here. Okay. And how you are going to define here? Sometimes my laptop is getting stuck. I'm not sure why. Okay. If you see here, the relationship here, customers inner join table 2, then the syntax is on. Okay, you have to write on which condition or on which column it is you are performing the inner join, in which column or which common column, you can say. So from customer table ID and from order table or customer ID, see how I am doing. Customers dot ID equal to orders dot customer ID. Okay, that means perform a inner join based on this condition. That means this table's ID column will be table 2, customer ID column is same. Then only it will, perform a joining operation based on this common column. Now, any query to understand the syntax?
Here we are giving the primary key, right?
Yes. So that's why I select. Okay, let me go again. Tell me which column from this table is same as a column in this table, only the name is different. Which column? Customer tables, which column is same as orders table 1 column?
ID.
Which column? Is it ID?
Which column was same, you're asking?
Like foreign key relationship, that is having the foreign key relationship.
Customer ID and ID.
So here,
Yeah.
guys, try to understand here. Customer ID is coming from where? From this table, isn't it?
Yeah, okay.
That means ID 1 means customer ID 1, I am saying. That means the customer name is A and their address is this. It's the same customer bought iPhone and this is the price. Again, customer ID 1 means the same customer whose name is A purchased the product MacBook. Now customer ID 2 means what? This customer. So that means we are storing the customer details in the form of ID, isn't it? So instead of storing customer name address here, normalization concept, right? So here we are storing customers details in this column called customer ID. That means which two columns are same in both the tables? This column and this column. What is this ID column?
Primary key.
To orders table. That means this is the IDs for unique ID number for each row in the order table. This has no relationship with customers table. Which column has the relationship with customer table? Customer ID column. That means we are telling in the syntax that this customer table's first column is equal to orders table's second column. Do you agree with this statement?
Yeah, I just like I'm getting confused over there. Like, for the customer table, the ID was primary key. And then for the order table, also the ID was the primary key. And in here, the customer ID was working as a foreign key so that we can retrieve the product details and all those from the customer table. Like from the customer table through the foreign key, we can access the customer table's product and price details. Is it?
Okay. Yeah, you said actually correct thing, but the last statement you told, right? You are accessing customer details from the order table. Right? That's what you said. Right?
No, the product and price details from the order table we were accessing through the customer table's primary key. Is it?
Right. So customers table's primary key is orders table's foreign key. Which column? Customer ID.
Customer ID. Okay. How come that ID, that column names were same, right? Like that.
So ID is actually a unique identifier number for each row.
Okay.
That definition is same in every table. It is a unique identifier for each row. Now you are using this table's unique identifier to store other details here in the foreign key. That means this table's unique identifier 1 belongs to this customer name and address. That's what you are saying here by storing 1 here.
Okay.
Are you getting? So So you can make this this table's primary key in some other customer's foreign key. That doesn't, that's not a problem. That means you are storing that particular row's ID in some other table. That's what you are doing. Okay, and instead, so this one means this customer. So whenever I mention customer ID equal to 1, that means I am pointing out to this customer every time. Now that the ID is there, a unique identifier, that should not be a problem.
So like to avoid this confusion, can we rename this order table's ID as order ID and customer table's
Can't
ID
do that because that is the primary key inside order table. If you use this, so now if this primary key you are going to use in another table's foreign key, what then you need to rename that column as order ID. How we are renaming this?
Okay.
So this ID renamed to customer ID in this table, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah.
So similarly, if you want to use this ID as a foreign key in some other table, then that in that other table you have to mention a order ID. And
Okay.
that table ID will be same as this column. Getting?
Yeah. Okay. Sir.
Okay, so yeah, so that this is a concept of joining and a foreign key, and so you are storing one table's details in another table in form of a ID. Okay, that's what you are doing. And whenever you are joining, you have to tell which two columns are similar, right? This primary key of this table is similar to the foreign key of this table. Okay, so that's why you have to mention here which two columns are same.
So can we interchange the table order?
Yeah, we can interchange the left hand side and right hand side. That is not a problem.
Okay.
So that customer ID is equal to order ID customer, like that is always should be a primary key and a foreign key of a table, right?
Yes. So when you have two IDs in a table, so usually that happens. If you have two ID column, one should be your, so the primary key is at the extreme of the table always. Okay. And if you are storing any other IDs, that means you have to be specific. Those ID belongs to which table. So if when you mention customer ID, that means there have some customer table from where I'm getting this IDs.
Okay, so actually this ID in the order table is the order number, order ID, and then the customer ID is belongs to the customer table, like
customer table's ID column. That is the primary key.
Okay.
So
in that code, we are specifying the foreign key, right? Both columns common names are we have specified as a foreign key in that code. We should have to give the primary key in the code.
Okay, so tell me which is the foreign key in this table?
Customer ID.
And which is the foreign key in this table?
ID.
No, that is the wrong concept here.
Yeah, that is a primary key.
Yeah, so there is no concept of foreign key here. There is only a primary key.
Okay.
So this is primary key, and this primary key is a foreign key in this table.
Okay.
Getting it?
Yes, sir.
And when we are defining the relationship, we are saying customers table dot primary key equal to orders table dot foreign key. This is what we are doing here.
That is because that customer table is one in first normalization method. Yes, sir.
Your voice is a bit slow to me. Can you?
One end of customer table is like one first normalization.
Correct. And also there should not be any dependency. So if I merge these two table and I remove this customer ID, there would be like dependency. Okay, so if I create a customer ID and this one, that will be dependent. So every table, each row should be directly dependent to its primary key or primary column.
Yes, sir. That is why that the customer table is one enough and this orders table is two enough, I think. Okay.
Order table is two
Then second normalization method.
Correct. And also you can see here here we can say customer bought iPhone, MacBook also, right? We are not doing that. So this is a first normal condition we are satisfying, isn't it? We're not repeating for this, because the same customer we can write in one row iPhone, MacBook, then 999, this one. But that will violate the first normal form, isn't it? So that's why we made another rows and kept this value. Okay, guys. So this is all about so the point is, have you understood this syntax now? Because for other joins, this is going to be same, only this will be changed to the join that you want to perform. Okay, so let's do this.
Just one more thing. From customers inner join orders, is that same as from orders inner join customers, or is there any significance in table 1, table 2 like that in the order?
So that is fine, because anyway you are going to get, okay, we'll see that. That is a good question. We'll see that. Let me run this. We'll change the order and we'll see what results we're getting. Okay. Now, if you see what I did, can you see this is a new way of doing it? I am storing the query in a variable, and I am passing this to connection.execute. I'm storing this in a variable called rows, and in the data frame I'm passing rows.fetchAll, and in the columns I'm passing, because I'm selecting how many columns. So this query will give me how many results, how many columns? 3, name, product, and price. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Now in the column section, that's what I mentioned, name, product, and price. Now if you carefully observe this result, name equal to how many persons result we are getting? 3. Am I correct by saying that? I'm getting 3 persons results. Now if we'll perform the inner join, as per the inner join concept, what is the concept? Which is common to both the tables. That means those customers and their orders are common from in customer table as well as order table. Which customers are common?
1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and that means customer A, B, and C. So that's why here 3 customers are there, here 4 customers are there, and 3 customers are common. That is A, B, C are common to both the table, right? That's why we are getting what? This result. Now, as per your question, if I'll change this order, right? This one and this one, you are saying, right?
Yes.
So let's perform in a different cell and do this. What we need to do, we need to copy here, and from customer, right? This is what we need to do.
Yeah.
Okay, rest of the thing is same. Let's do this. Now, can you see that any difference? A, B, B, C, C, right? The order is also even same, isn't it? That means what?
It's same only.
Same only.
Okay.
Because anyhow we are extracting the common things only, right?
Correct. Yeah. Okay.
But Ashish, you said that there is no right join concept. If we change the column names, then it will be in different kind of stuff, right? But nothing has happened over there.
But that is right join. This is inner join. So in inner join, that is like not affecting if you change the order. But in right join and left join, that is a different join, right?
Okay.
So inner join means what? That 2 circles are drawn, the common part.
Yeah. Sorry, I've confused that left join to inner join. I'm sorry.
I'm glad that you remembered that one, because this is what I'm going to see next. When you see left join, I'll change the order and I'll show you that result is also changing. Yeah, good question actually. So let's perform cross join. So cross join, can you see the query? Can you try to understand what is we are doing here? And what is the difference between inner join? and the query is bit long, isn't it?
Yeah.
So here is one learning from SQL as well. So as like we are actually doing multiple things. We're learning Python codes also, and also SQL queries. Okay, so
in this, there you got the common facts. Here we will connect with everything.
correct. And why is that? Because in cross join, what will happen? Every row and there's a cross connection to each row from both the tables, right?
Yes.
But
Yes.
here, if you carefully observe, I have mentioned the table dot column name, and I am giving a nickname to it called customer ID. So
Also, and in the previous itself, I have missed to ask, like, why you are giving an variable name called query to it, and then you are, assigning the query value to the row value. Why so?
because I want to make the code in a readable format. Like this is called readable. So if you don't do this, what you need to do? You need to pass this whole thing right here, isn't it?
Row, like we have that query variable already, right?
Okay, now.
Okay,
So
now
same
will
we are
be,
doing, right? In the execute, we are passing the query, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
to make it more readable and understandable to you guys, I just give this to a variable, and I'm passing this
Okay,
variable.
and then you're executing it. Okay, okay.
Okay, so
Totally,
this is
yeah.
this is a like make it readable to the users who are reading. So let me do this. Okay, let me explain again. This thing is for you. So when you are selecting this column, when I want to see the results, okay, after selecting, I want to see this column name not as customers.id or ID. What I need to select? I am giving a alias name. This is called alias name, or you can say nickname, to this specific column that is called was customer ID. Now there is a concept of, let me do one thing, rows dot description. Let me show. Yeah, correct. So remember guys, while extracting the column details, we are using this what is that, pragma table information. But there is another way also you can extract the column information. That is called, after you executing the query in any query, okay, through connection, you are storing this in a variable, and we can give it as a cursor also, rows also, anything. Now after doing that, there is a attribute called description, and if you use this one, you need not to use that pragma one. Why? Because this description, you can see, I have not gone through the documentation seeing what other values that is coming as none. But yeah, the first value it is storing as the column names. Okay, this is actually a column name. And if you observe here, when I say select this column as customer ID, that means this whole thing I am renaming to customer ID. Same we are doing for customer.name also. What does this mean? Customer.id. That means customer tables ID column. This means customers tables name column. And for every column, I am giving a nickname. And you can see when I am extracting the like result. So this is what? This is the result. So whatever you are going to see the result on your screen, that result column information. And you can see if I'll remove this, okay, this alias I'll remove. Now can you tell me what the column I'll get here? Let's run this and see. Can you see what is the column now here? ID. But whenever I'm giving the nickname, that nickname is popping up here, isn't it? So if I'll remove this nickname also, then what I'm going to get here? Just the name. Getting? So this is the concept of alias. So thought to tell you in SQL queries so that it will be helpful for you. You can give the nickname. Yeah.
What is it from in that query equal to, so you have one select customer ID and then from customer you are getting it from the table, customers table. So what is that cross join orders mean? The
What
last
is
one.
the
Cross join orders? Where did you give that?
cross join? Where I have given cross join?
Here.
Yeah, here. So first in the select statement, I am selecting all the columns that I want to see. Okay. From customer table, this is table 1, cross join table 2. That's all. There is no common column concept here. Why? Why there is no column concept here?
It will connect to the all the rows to the
all
other.
the rows. So there is like no thing called common or something. Like you want all the combination of two table. Now can we see the data frame here?
Okay, I just like select from customer ID, customer name, and customer address like that, and then the like you said the alias name we were giving, right? Like where that alias name, like that order.
Yeah, here after selecting. So suppose I'm selecting customers.id, right? Then as my specific name that I want to give, what name you want to give? As your like this customer underscore ID.
Okay.
So if I'll give this, this is going to come as customer ID.
Okay. So it doesn't. It's not mandatory. It is optional though.
Optional.
For the clarification purpose, we are giving the alias name, right? ID, the name, both ID is having both the tables. So we, for the clarifying purpose, we are giving that alias name.
Correct. That is a great observation. Because if you see, you are selecting an ID option from customer table. Also, you are selecting an ID from orders table. Okay, if I don't give alias name or different name, this is going to be come as ID. This is also going to come as ID. Okay, so that's to distinguish between these two different IDs that I'm selecting from two different table. I'm giving a specific name to them called as custom. This is customer ID. This is order ID. So that I won't get confused when I see a ID column.
So now we have changed to customers dot name, no? But here we are getting as customers name underscore name.
So this is, yeah. So, okay. So I was explaining the same to you. So this is about when you perform the result. Now, after you got the result, you are creating the data frame, right? So these results are, you are giving this name here because of the column name is because of this result here. You are giving this name here. Okay.
Yeah.
But this is manually I have given. You can give this, from the search result also. How? Rows dot description. So how without giving this result, guys, how to give it? Okay, let me, sorry, and then let me run this. Tell me, guys, what I'm getting here? A list, a tuple of tuples. Let's make it as a list. What will happen? This. Now, can you tell me how to extract the list of what? Column
list
name?
of 0.
So can you tell me the list comprehension that I can write here? I 0 for I in where?
Rows. Okay, fine.
Do you agree with me? Now let's print out this column information. Coming?
Oh.
Right? Now let's pass this value. Not sure what is happening with my system today. Something is. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this and paste this over here. Here, instead of this, what I'm going to write? Right. Let's remove this piece of code. Now let's see. Okay, guys. So even if I remove this piece of line of code also, it will fine. Can you see how I implemented this? How I stored now? Whatever earliest name will give, it will directly pop up in this data frame. You need not to change the order here. So this means customer ID. If I'll make it customer ID new and I'll run the code, okay, this column will automatically, this column will come. Because of what? Because of this list. We are using rows.description, right? So that is collecting all the column names that we are selecting here. Now suppose I want to this as order ID new. Okay. And for the cross join, how many results we are expecting, guys? This is 4, this is 6, 24. Let's see this data frame, 24, right? And every row is connected to each row and you got the result. This is cross join. Okay, now let's see this left join. Now left join will be same as inner join, only the syntax will be what?
Instead of inner, there will be left.
Right. And let's see. So what do we mean by left join here in this table? What is, as per the logic, what we need to get? Left hand tables or details, right? And which is my left hand table here in the query, you can identify customers left join orders. That means which table is left, guys?
Left join orders, or
see, select okay. this from table 1 left join table 2. Now which table is that left? Table 1 or table 2? Customers.
Table 1.
So that means left join means we'll get all the information from customer table. And you can see here, if you perform just change from inner join to left join, you are getting all the results of what? Customer table. Even if you don't have any details for this last customer, you are still, because you are selecting what? Selecting name and product and price, right? Isn't it? You are, when performing left join, you are selecting what? Customer's name from customer table, orders, product name from orders table, price from orders table. But in the left table called customer, there is no, or in this table, if you are going to select orders, so tell me for customer equal to 4, that is name equal to D, what should be the value for their product and price if you are joining these two table? Nothing, because that customer is not here at all.
Null value,
non-value, anything like that, like nothing, like we'll get. So if you see here, this is like none, and because this is a number, it is showing as non-value, not a number, because nothing is there. And these are strings, so that's why non-values got stored. But the point is, you got every information from customer table, although you don't have any details for a specific row called customer name equal to D, but you have the details, right? All the details from left table, that is customer table. Now can you tell me, if I'll do the same thing with a right join, what everything I'll do, only I will interchange this order, then what is the result that I'm expecting here?
Ashish, and also like can you please go to the left join once? Like in here, I don't have any issues with that, syntax and all those. But in the result, it was given as the left, that customer table on the whole of customer table was given, but the price was in the customer table, like that order table, right? The price detail was in the order table. So how this thing was working?
Okay, so let me clarify this. When I said you will get all the details from the left table, that doesn't mean that you are not performing the joining operation. You are performing a joining operation which is based on two tables. Now, which datas are in the left table, after joining, you will get only for those, rows data, but joining will be there, right? You will join the two tables.
Okay.
It's not like we are selecting only a table, that is left table. No, we are not doing that. We are selecting the rows after joining two table, but the details will only belongs to the table from which is left.
Okay, so if that's the case, then the price column should not be present there, right? Because we were not choosing any kind of columns or anything.
So here what we are doing, we are combining customer table and order table.
Okay.
Right, but with a left join condition. What does that mean? That means I am selecting all the details from both the tables. Product details also, name
customer
details
name, customer name, and from the order table we were also choosing two columns. Okay.
Correct. And after visualizing the result, I will only get the details which the user belongs to this table, not from order table. I'll get all the results, but only for those customers which belongs to customer table, because
so after the keyword of select, we were giving the table name and then the column names. After that, from the table 1, then the left join, then the table 2, then the primary and foreign key.
Correct.
Okay.
And tell me, in this same scenario, if I'll perform right join, then what will happen? Which details I am going to get? See this table and see in left join what we got, and in right join what we'll get.
In the right join, we will not get the D column, I think so.
So we are going to select every column from both the table, like the name column and product column, price column from both the table. But in the result, it will only be visible for those rows which belongs to orders table. So that means D information won't be there. You agree with me? Let's now perform the right join. But to perform the right join, there is no right join concept. If we do like this, right join. Right join and full outer join are not currently supported. Maybe they will introduce in future. Okay, in SQLite. So to make this a live join, what I need to do,
but the inner join and excuse me, sir, but the inner join and the right join concept is both same, right? In the inner join also, common factor only present.
Yeah. So inner join is there. It is right join and full outer join.
Excuse me, sir. Only one doubt that we are assigning the primary key and the foreign key, right? That customer ID equal to here the customer ID is the primary key or foreign key.
Primary key, no? So customer.id, ID is the primary key in customers table.
Okay.
And customer ID is
Okay. Actually, I got the primary key and the foreign key concept. Here, the customer ID is the primary key, and order ID is the foreign key for the order table.
Correct. Not order ID. Or customer ID in orders table. That is the foreign key. Okay, let me show you again. Here, what is the primary key in this table? ID. This column,
ID,
right? And what is the foreign key in this table? This customer ID column, not this one.
Yes, sir.
Did you say the same thing?
But my doubt is in the coding point, we are giving the primary key and the foreign key, right?
Primary key of this table, foreign key of this table.
Okay. This is what I am want to clarify.
No worries. Please clarify everything, because we are going slow, but I think you are getting the concepts here. So that is important. Now let's see how to perform the left right join, guys. I interchange the order. Okay, this table thing, left join is still there, but I switch this position. That means now order table is my left and customer table is my right. Now, can you see what is happening here? What we got? Same thing, we interchange the order of the table. Now this becomes the right join for customer. So what we are performing here as a left join. What is the left in here? Customers. What is right here? Orders. And we are getting every result from customers table. Now I change this thing. Now we are getting every results, same column name. You can see customer name, product and price. Here and here, customer name, product and price. But the rows information are different. This included every details of customer table, and this includes every details of what? Order table. Making sense, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. Okay, so these are called your joining concept in SQL. And those who are trying with this, so we got some error initially we were discussing, right? Sorry, I forgot the name. Can you please try to implement like this? Perform the query, and after performing the query, you capture the list of this description and pass this as a column name and see whether you are getting that same error or not. Just try.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. And this is joining concept. Now there is a concepts called window functions. Okay, so I think two more concepts we have: window functions and the case statement, if else statement. These two concepts. Okay. Now in SQL, a window function is a function that performs a calculation across a set of rows that are related to the current row. They return a value of each row based on the results of the calculation performed across all rows in the window. Now maybe that sounds...
Sorry for the interruption. Can you show me the screen, the earlier screen?
Sorry, which screen? This one?
Yeah, just now you showed me. Okay.
Yeah, okay, guys. If you want to take some time to understand, just go ahead. So anyone performing this in the background? Or so if you want also, you can do. I have also provided this notebook in the G drive. So you can open that and you can copy the code and
yeah,
you can do in your system. Okay. Now let's see what Windows was. Let's not go to the definition, right? Let's directly jump into this function. What is rank and dense rank, row number, sum? So we're going to see few of them. Okay, Windows function: rank, dense rank, row number, sum, average.
Ashish, like, can you give us, like, that Windows function means it's kind of a what? Like,
window function is that performs calculation across a set of rows and provide you the outcome. Now to
okay,
make
it's
you
kind
understand.
okay, it's
so
kind of an operation between two rows.
Aggregation operation, you can say.
Okay,
If you use sum and average, that will be aggregation operation. Rank, dense rank. So that's why I'm not going to the definition here, directly to the example, so that it will be more clear, or else you'll get confused. So let's try to perform a window operation. So what I need to do, I need to create a table called user. Okay, user. This is this piece of code and this piece of code exactly same thing. Only thing is I am writing the data here in this. Okay, like this, but here in one row. Same thing. And the query is also same thing. Can you try to identify whether anything that you are not getting? Create table user, then you are creating the table, then inserting the value using execute many, name and score. Right? Let me run this. That means I successfully created one table called user. Now, using this also we can access the column names and also using this pragma info, right? Now I am showing the results to you guys of my table that I just created. This is ID, name, and the score. Now what is the window function called rank? Rank window function to assign a rank to each row based on the score or the value of that column. So this is going to help you in which cases? When you are sorting with rank number, your results. The over clause specify the window or frame. That means on which window. So here what I mean by window is like this one. Order by score in descending order. I'll tell what this syntax are. So consider this as a window. This is a window, and over this window I am performing rank function. This is what it is telling you. The over clause specifies the over. This is rank over. By combining this, you have to write it rank over. This over clause specifies the windows or the frame for the function, which in this case is all rows in the table ordered by the score. Now once you ordered the score, so I have this data, my people and their respective score, right? Once you order this, you have to make a rank, which first, which second, and which third. Now this is what we are achieving here by using rank function. Okay, the syntax for this. Now here in SQL, order by is a clause to order the column, and order by will take order by column name, then how you want to sort it or order it. So DESC means what? Descending, and ASC means ascending. Okay, so let's see this. Let's see the result here. I'm capturing this in a data frame so that it is be visually interactive. So what I did, I select all. That means select my all columns. Okay, comma. Can you see? That means my selection is not over it. I select every column, comma. Rank over order by score ascending. This is one. This is one syntax. Rank over, that means do the ranking after order the score column in ascending order. And once you do that, which is at the first, you give them as a rank 1. Again, I'm summarizing. Select all, comma, it's not finished yet. After selecting all, you select this result. What is that? Rank, create rank over score column after ordering it in ascending order. And whatever result you are getting, give the column name, alias I'm using, as rank number. That's why there is a column here called rank number in the result from user table. So select this and this from table. See how we are doing here. And if I'll make this what? Descending, DSC, then this will be do what? This score will be changed what? 90s will be first. Let's see. Okay, 90, 80, 70, 70, 60, 50. Like this, it will be there in descending order. If you want to do it in ascending order, then you have to know ASC.
Excuse me, sir. If we don't give the alias rank number, means what will be the column name?
Right. Very good question. Right. Are you getting?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So when we say select this and this, that means select the column. So this is going to be the column here. But to avoid this, that's why we used alias concept here as my ranking order.
Ashish, can you please go through that once again? Like select rank, that is a function. After that, over order by description.
So select star you got, right? So
Yeah,
means,
that is totally, yeah.
Yeah, just one second. Okay. So when I said select star, that means I'm selecting ID, name, and score column. Okay, that is for sure. Now I'm selecting another column which will do what? Which will do first, it will do, this is my window where I want to over this or want to run this rank function. What is my window? That means order the score column in descending order.
Order by score. Like, is it the rank function will work like this without the over and then the window? It will not work. Is that so?
So when you are going to use rank function, you have to give some window over there. Like in which window? Like window in the sense here, what you are doing? You are first ordering the score in a different order, like either descending or ascending order. Then after sorting that, you are running a rank function over it. So that's what, like rank over on this. If
Okay,
I'll do order by ID, what will happen?
It'll give us the 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. The ranking order will be. Yeah.
So this is now performing rank over of this rank function over which window? This window, which is sorting ID column.
Okay. Yeah.
So score column, we are doing it in descending order. So this is now, so this is what rank will do. Rank will see the results, and based on this, you're giving a number to it. So now you can say E, person name E is now the first position, right? Like this. It's a ranking number it is generating.
Okay.
But again, there is a difference between, there's two concepts here, rank and dense rank. Okay, both syntaxes are same, rank and dense rank, but the difference is here. Can you see here what is the unusual thing in the ranking? There is something unusual thing in the ranking. Can you identify that?
For rank, for like if two values are similar, it is giving the same rank.
Because the 70 score, it is giving third rank. Now, what is unusual
dense
here?
rank, it is, I think it is giving different rank.
No, the unusual thing.
No,
here
it missed the fourth rank.
So fourth rank is missing here because of this 2, 3, 3. Okay, because of those 2, 70, 70, it assigned a rank 3 and 3, which is correct also because both the score is same. But here the next ranking starts from 5th. There is no 4th rank order, which will be, this will be avoided in dense rank. Same thing, but in the dense rank, this will be avoided. Can you see that it's got avoided? Now here, after 70, 73, 3, next ranking starts from 4. But here, next ranking starts from what? 5. So this is the difference between rank and dense rank.
So like where dense rank will be used, like in what kind of situations?
When you don't want to means a number while ranking something. So while ranking something, if you don't want to miss any number, you use dense rank. And if you see here 4th ranking is missing.
Okay.
Now, in which scenario we are going to use it, that also I also need to think, because I need to go for the scoring and all. But where we use ranking scenario, there you can think of where we are using the ranking scenario apart from this marks and all. Let's try to think of. Okay, the concept is like you need to understand the Windows function and how to use them. Okay, and similar concept as a row number, same thing. Okay, row number is the same thing, but here row number will be counting your rows and assigning the number. So here it is giving the rank based on what? Based on the value. Here row number will do based on the rows. Like it will. So why this is when you are going to use row number. For rank number, it is for the ranking purpose. That is fine. When to use row number? Can you think of something? Like when we delete something and the some rows got deleted. Now the IDs will be affected by that, right? So suppose we deleted ID equal to 4, 5 and 100, 200. So those IDs will be missing from the table. But
Yes.
the number of rows will decrease, right? We won't be able to see how many records are there, right? After deleting or deleting some rows. So there, this row number concept will be helpful for you. Once you delete this something and you want to calculate how many rows are there or what is the number, you can use this window function. And this is pretty much same. You can see select all row number over where you are running this after deleting. And this will give you what? So I'm giving the name as row number. So after performing this action, if you see, this is row number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. Now, what is this difference between row number and your rank? Or is it both same?
No, that'll give us. Okay, it
This
seems
basically
simple.
gives the count of the rows in the particular frame.
But if you will get the difference once you see this 70-70, right?
Yeah.
Rank was considering this as same and giving same number.
Okay.
But here we are counting the rows, that's all. We are not looking for the values inside the column. But in rank and dense rank, it is considering the value, then it is assigning a rank number. But here it is totally the rows count only, starting from 1 to the number of rows that you have. Okay.
Then we don't need to assign the score in ascending order or descending order, right? Why do we?
So that is also fine. No, we have to make a window function here. So ordering will be order by score. If we don't give this, also I think it will work, but it will take by default score in ascending order.
Ascending, yeah.
So that means you have to sort it first.
Okay, so if we call it as a Windows function, means Windows function will be with the keyword of order by, then the column name, then the ascending or descending, right?
Correct. So that means we are creating a window here to pass this to window function. So without the window function won't work, because this is the syntax: window function over run this function over something you have to give, right? So that's why I tried to give the score, but if you see, only by giving the column, it is telling me this is not a what? No such window called score.
Okay, so okay.
Okay, so let's make it back how this was there. Right. Oh, what happened? D E. Okay. Okay. Now this is these threes are different, but this one sum. Okay, sum function. This is an aggregation function. Now, where we are using sum to sum it over a numerical column. Now, if you see here how the syntax was written, select sums, then inside sum function I am passing the column name. That means what? In this column I want to calculate the total score. So can you now tell me, if I want to select other columns here, along with this sum. How to select? Suppose I want to select the name and the score. How to select?
Comma name column, right?
Name and this score, right? If I'll write like this and sum this as total score from user, will it give me result? You see what is happening here? We are getting only
name and score. Yeah, get it.
Name and score, but we are getting only one row for them, right? Because
Yeah,
name and score are like different. So that's why I didn't give this column. But the total score is the correct one, isn't it? The sum score is correct one. But I think if you will use this, you have to use a while clause. I have seen this in SQL Server, but it is running here. Actually, it should throw an error because this is not making sense, right? You need to select all the rows of these two columns. Then what you need to select? Sum up. So this is just an integer, isn't it? Sum of score means what? An integer only.
Can we give select star comma sum of score?
Again, only one thing was displaying, but the star means every row is in the table, right?
Yes. But here, why it is not working? It should throw an error because you have to group it. Okay, first you have to group it, then you have to do. But yeah, but the thing is, the sum function is giving correct result. If I only mention this, you guys try to do some exploration on this, okay? Because if you see here, this is correct because this is giving me the total score of this column. And this is only one row data we are expecting, isn't it? That's why when you are selecting everything, only one row is coming, the first row. In the first row, this one along with another additional column called total value. But do you have the knowledge now like when to use sum or where we are using sum? Now let me see average is there or not, because initially it was not there. Okay, it is there. Can you see the difference between average here? So average means what? In this column, calculate the average score. Now, can you tell me a query? Can you tell me to write a query? Select from this table whose score are more than the average score. Now, this is going to be fun. Tell me, guys. The query to select the name only, the name and the score, the name and the score of the people whose score are more than average score. How to write a query for that?
Select.
Let me first copy this to different. Select what I need to select? Name.
Yeah, select name and score. Score, right?
Score, yeah. Score.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Score.
Then
we can use the where statement.
Where?
Average. Like we can.
Tell me what I need to write. Let's try it. Whether it will be wrong, that is fine. But you will get some idea, right? Where the average score,
is greater than equal to 50. I think. Fine, we can.
Average.
No, we don't know the average
here.
score. We want to find out those people whose name and score, whose average score, whose score is greater than average score. Where can I write like this? Score. Sorry.
Score greater than 50.
Greater than equal to 50.
Okay, fine.
Can I write like this? That's what my question.
Yeah. Let's
run. Okay. What is that?
Syntax error from user.
Yes.
Maybe I'm not sure also, guys. I'm also trying like you.
Misuse aggregate function AVG.
So some will work. Some means like this is something different. Misuse of. So tell me how to do this. So you take this, guys, as a task to you, and tell me the query, because this way you will explore the SQL query also. Okay. Like, or else like you will see my query and
give
Select name.
where score
user.
greater than or equal to 50, directly we can give the number.
the number. Okay. Okay.
But
You guys are clever actually.
that is
This coming.
yeah, but with the
But I
average
don't
we
want to
have to
use
work
any
on, right?
numbers.
Yeah.
Numbers.
So AVG score misuse.
Okay. Now here what you can do, score. Just a minute. Let me think about it. Select name score, then average of what? Oh, what happened? Average of score as average from user where score is greater than equal to
Average.
Yeah. So you guys know actually all the things. But again,
Misuse of average.
okay. Please try to think about it. What can be the correct? Have I modified the original? No, right? Okay. So this is like instead of giving the number directly, how to use this average function in the query. Okay, here you got what I'm trying to say here, right? What I'm trying to achieve here. Yeah. Please try to find out so that it will be easy for you. I got some charts also. Oh, what is the? I know people were suggesting. Okay, 1 second. Score more than average score. Score more than average score. Yeah, that we also tried that, right? It is not working. So make it a working code. Okay. Now, this is something interesting here. This one, I think you already know. We already seen so many examples. So what does this mean? The types of data that you can store in a column. What do we mean by real? That is the floating point. Only the new thing you are seeing here is the blob, right? Binary large object. So this is kind of data type which you are going to use to store images, audios, and videos. So if you are going to store images inside your database or audio or videos, then you use this binary large object because those are like large file to be stored. For that, we have a different kind of data type called blob. Okay, so this is I think you know this integer real text value. The thing is the variable. What is a variable and what is a constant inside this SQL? Now, what is this concept of variable in Python code?
It's an empty vessel used to store the values, like the operations that we were using.
Correct. And why we need to store inside an empty vessel? Why can't we directly use where we're storing this in a?
We can't do like that because if we were doing some operations, we have to store it somewhere, then only we can able to do it for the display
Accessing purpose.
Right. But yeah, but the thing is, when I say they allow you to write code that more flexible and easier to read, what does that mean? That suppose you consider you have written 100 lines of code and you used a constant called 10. or a number called 10, or in a value called a name something. Suppose let's take it like 10. Okay, in that code you have written 10 everywhere. Now suppose you need to change that 100 lines of code, and instead of 10 you have to now write 100. Then can you imagine the problem here? You need to go through the 100 lines and change from 10 to 100 each line. But if you save this 10 in a variable and you use the variable parameter in your 100 lines of code, then if you want to change number 10, you just change the variable value, right? From 10 to 100. And that will be reflected in every lines of those 100 lines of code. Now that is the real, use case of this variable. If you won't use a variable there, you have to go to the each line and change the number. Making sense, right? So that's why variable concept is very important thing in OOPS. And a constant means what? That value that is not going to change. Now let's see with example. Okay. What is the example here? I am creating a whole lot new database. Where am I? Yeah, this one called example.db. And I am selecting an employee name called John Doe. Now in SQLite, how we are defining a variable in Python, just type the string name and assign, right? Here in SQL Server, I think this is the syntax, variable name @ and variable name in SQL Server. But in SQLite, the thing is, this is with a colon. With a colon, you have to specify the variable name. And if you see here, try to understand this. I have a table called employee. Now, where is my table? Here is my table. Okay, I have not created it. Here is my table. And I am selecting this, creating this employee table. And these are the columns: name, age, and salary. Okay, now this table is created and three data got inserted. Now let's see how I'm using a variable concept here. Retrieving the details using variables, or you can call them a placeholder. So employee name I want to search from my table is John Doe. That is my first that I inserted. Okay, this is my employee name. And query I'm using for this purpose is select all from the table name, where name equal to, can you see what I have put here? That means this is a variable, colon, then the variable name. This is a different way to read the query, guys. That's why I given this example, because you should be aware about every types of query that people are running, or else you'll say like you'll get confused. Now, can you see what I've done? I made this is a variable, and you can directly create a data frame. Again, another way to create a data frame for your query result. In pandas, there is a method called read SQL query. And in that method, the parameters you want to pass is what? Now, how to know more about this? What parameter is this? Go to this official documentation and see what are the parameters. The first parameter is what? Query. Because this method is expecting what? This method itself is saying what? Read SQL query. Now, read SQL query method expecting a query is the first parameter. Then second is the connection string. And third is if you have any parameter, you can pass here the parameters in the query. So can you see how I used here the parameters? So parameters actually you need to pass as a dictionary format. And in the dictionary format, you give the variable name. This is my variable name. And this is the value, which is John Doe. Now I can write like this. I need not have to have that employee name variable, right? directly I can pass John Doe, isn't it? If I'll comment out this.
Yeah.
Now let's see the result. Okay. And we are not getting it. Why? Let me change my concept here. It's not working. Do you know why it is not working? Because maybe we have John Doe, employee name is John Doe. Okay, there is something wrong here, guys. I'm not sure what is happening, but I'm not getting the result. Did we do any mistakes? Let me verify once.
Sir, it should be just the name, right, sir? You have given employee name, the column name.
Huh?
The column name is just the name, but here you have given as employee name.
No. The column employee name, I'm creating a variable.
Okay.
Okay, I'm creating a variable. So let's do one thing.
Ashish, like, on the placeholder, you have given employee name as John Doe, and in the query, instead of var name, employee name, you have used emp name, right? The variable actually is employee name, right?
Yes, this is the variable, and this is how you need to define in a column.
Okay, so what does that employee name equal to John Doe do with it?
So that means I want to select all from the employees table where name equal to what? John Doe. Now,
yeah. So is that your saying for employee name?
Yes, not employee name. It is a column called name, right? So I am here, I'm selecting. So, okay, let's not use the variable and try to get the result. Tell me, let's not use and directly select the employees where name equal to John Doe. Now, this is my query. Now, tell me how to execute this.
Yeah, execute query.
Try to debug it. What is the problem? This is a query need to be executed, right?
Yeah.
And after executing this query, what I need to do?
But we can write it like that also, right? Select a name equal to John Doe where
guys, I think something is wrong here. Have we ran this successfully? I think we will gain again error if we'll do this. Is it like storing database is locked? Okay. So no, I was thinking that I made some mistake on the the variable part, but the name like retrieving result is also coming empty. So this is something is with the database. Let me see. Connection.cross cursor execute create table if not exist. Okay. If integer key. So what I did actually, I deleted this runtime. Okay. So that all the tables and the databases will be deleted. So we'll start from the phrase. Okay. So if I'll run this, this is fetching me the result. And if I say John Doe, this is fetching me an empty result. Okay, let's do one thing. Select all from the table, right? This will fetch me the, this is also fetching. Guys, see, this is also fetching what? Empty.
Yeah.
Why it was fetching empty? Yesterday something is happening, right? You are also getting empty result. Oh.
Yeah, me.
So we need to save it like this. You need to do, right? Let's see. Something is wrong, which is, can you try to find out that
result? Yeah.
What is the problem? Why it is? Okay, cursor at this. So how to fetch all the result?
print result
Result dot
fetch all.
what happened? Right, fetch all, right?
Yeah.
Fetch all. Yeah, fetch all. Blank result.
Can we try it with the cursor?
See, this is the cursor only, right?
Okay.
We are doing some mistake somewhere. We need to find that. That is for sure. We created the table employees and we inserted the value, name, age, and salary. Definitely, we are doing some silly mistakes somewhere. I know that. Once we find that, I think we'll something. Oh, is it like again because of this? Yes, try to see what is like. This is normal, just creating the table and retrieving the result. I'm not using the variable concept here, just to retrieve this also you can. So this is my query, select all from employees, spelling is correct, everything is correct. Now I'm fetching it. Something is wrong. We're doing right? What is wrong here? Or connection.cursor dot create table if not exist. I think this is creating the problem, guys. Let me try to verify within 1 minute more, or else I will fix this and we'll see tomorrow. Okay, let's not waste the time here. Just 1 minute. Let me try one more time. Something we are doing wrong here. This is just a simple operation, isn't it? Just create the table and insert the result and retrieve the result. That's all. But we are getting actually a empty list. And why is that? Right. So let me cursor, right? Cursor. What is this? Query select all from. Guys, I'm making employee spelling correct or not? That also EMPLYES. Okay. A result execute query. Can result fetch all, right? Now it is coming. Oh, maybe because we are making the connection again, that is starting by creating a new connection. Oh, I got it now, guys. That's what I was right. So now I think this will work. Where name equal to John Doe. This also will don't want to see. Now I just need to remove this line. This line is causing the issue. See, guys, this line we are making the phrase connection, so it is taking something else. Okay, now PD is not defined.
Import
pandas as PD. Okay. Right. Phew. Oh God. I was like, okay, what is happening? Right, guys. So see, guys, how this is working. Again, back to the concepts here of variable. So in SQL column, then this is how you need to assign a variable. Okay. And in this variable, I am passing a parameter while calling this method, read SQL query. Okay, read SQL query. Then the first parameter is the query that we want to pass. Second is the connection. Connection string means the connection that you are creating. And third is any variable or parameters that you are using. If yes, mention the variable as the key and mention its respective value as value. Now, tell me, if I want to change the variable value, I need not, where I need to change? Only
Variable value, right?
Employee
here,
underscore
employee
name.
name.
Yeah, employee
Underscore name, because that is the value of my. Now, whenever I use this variable, if suppose let's suppose I will do like this, then John Doe or something, whatever his name is. Okay, can you imagine what will happen? If I need to change that name, I have to change every time. But here, I just need to change the value here. Okay, instead of Jane Smith, if I need to write what, just change this value to Jane Smith. That's all. You need not to change anything inside the code or here, because this is acting as a variable. Here actually two variable we are using, guys. Okay, see Jane Smith. Now Jane Smith. So three things you are learning here, guys. What? First is the variable concept, that is you are using inside the SQL DB. This is your normal Python variable concept where you're storing the value for this variable. So we are using another variable to store the value of this variable. That you are understanding, right? And third thing is,
that's where I'm getting confused, Rajesh. Like that employee name, that is fine. Okay, we'll use the same in the Python also. But that colon dot employee name was there, right? Instead of colon dot employee name, why don't we write it as like EMP name? Instead of that, like why don't we write it as employee name there?
Okay, that means like here, oh, we'll try, right? Like this, so, but the syntax is this. Okay, you have to, if you are defining one variable, you have the syntax column, then the variable name. Now tell me what you need to do here. You are just changing this one to this one.
Yeah.
And in the parameters, what you need to pass? Parameter, actually, this parameter is expecting a dictionary.
Yeah.
What should be the key and what should be the value? So
employee name will be the key and then John Doe will be the value.
Okay. Right. So shall I write like this? Or without? Like this? And here you want to pass this Jane Smith, right? This one. Suppose let's talk about this one. This is what we want to do, right?
Kind of.
Yeah. Let's try to do this. So what we did here. Now, if you see, this is going to be a problem because, okay, let's see. Programming error started. We're getting programming error here. So you did not supply a value for binding parameter employee name. What does that mean? That means you have not provided for this. This is a variable, and this variable is inside which? The database. You're getting? So instead of this, can we do like this? And not getting the result, but it is working actually. So the point is here, if I'll undo everything, I will try to make you understand again. This is a variable inside where? In the database.
Okay.
Okay. And this variable we are using inside this parameters of read SQL query. Now this read SQL belongs to what? To Python environment. Now in the parameter, this one belongs to the parameter or the variable that you are using inside database. Okay, and the key is the variable name that you are passing in the database. Am I correct? The
Okay.
key
So
of this
these two are different variables, like employee name and then the employee. Like employee name is a variable where we were assigning the name, and then for the query purpose, we were using in another variable so that we can create a connection with the database.
Right. So if I'll do like this, will this work?
No, it's not working. It seems
Not working, right? So that means we have to pass this to another variable and pass that variable as the value to this dictionary, which is employee name. And we are doing something wrong again. Started doing something wrong again. Jane, no, actually, guys, what is happening when I'm giving this variable name directly? Then this problem is started getting. Are you getting what I'm saying here? So there is some functional error also happening inside, which is beyond our thinking. So whenever I'm passing direct value here, this problem started arising. Jane Smith and John Doe, it was coming previously, right? The same result.
Yeah.
So this is also something we need to take care. John Doe. Okay, this is also started giving me. So maybe I need to do this connection again. Maybe. Okay, we'll see that. I'll explore a bit more on this problem part. You guys also try. Yes. So guys, this is something, a bug, I think. Okay, some bug we identified during this. Wonderful. Whenever we are passing direct value instead of this variable we are assigning, then the connection and the table information is vanishing. I think this can be a bug. Are you getting, guys, what I'm saying here?
Yeah. It only giving the column name. It was not returning any values.
So when I started giving this value directly inside this parameter, it
was working. Yeah.
So again, I need to, do this and is it working? It's not running. It is not working. So again, I need to reconnect it. Let it be. Let me say, but have you seen this syntax, the variable inside the database? So this is how the point is what we're discussing, how to define the variable inside SQLDB where name equal to variable name. And you can pass that variable name as a dictionary, but please make sure by looking to the bug, the value you store in another variable in your Python environment, or else you'll get empty results. Can you guys try in your system once after the session is complete and let me know tomorrow whether you are also getting the same or not?
Sure.
Okay, do it. I think we found some bug, guys, but to be confident, I want your help. Now, this is a concept of variable, okay? This is a concept of variable. Now we all know why we're using variable and how to use. That is a different thing. Now, what is a constant then? A constant is something that it is not going to change.
Yeah.
And usually the constant variable always defined with caps, uppercases. Oh, it is 11.5. Oh my God, guys, really sorry. If you want to leave, you can leave. Okay, I'm not covering this. Just this constant part, exactly same thing. But if you see here, what I'm doing, storing the constant value in a variable called gravity. So this is like a caps letter you need to write. So this means what? This is a constant which is not going to change. That means the gravity is 9.8 meter per second square. So this is the difference between your variable and constant. Both you are storing in a value, but this is in upper cases and the value should be permanent. Pi, gravity value, and what others are the constant, right? So let me quickly execute this. So what I did, I created a table called ID mass, and in the weight column, can you see how I inserted the value? This is the weight. Sorry, this is the mass. To calculate the weight, what is the formula? M into G. And while inserting this, I tried with 10 into gravity. So mass into G, M into G. That is my weight. You recollect the science, guys? Weight function, weight formula, weight equal to mg. So this is to show you the use of constant. Okay. Okay, now conditional structure is the only part left. Let's not continue. This is a simple if-else statement. What we have in Python, we have in SQL. This is the last concept. So shall we continue this in the next class? Conditional structure. That is okay. Just we'll complete this one and we'll start. Yeah. So let's because it's 11:07. I totally forgot. People also left. Let's not continue. But yeah, but please try to do one thing, guys. That question, which question is that average?
Yeah.
Is that average? How to select without giving a custom number? How to select with average function? Where is that average? Here. Yeah. You got it right, the question, right? Try to do that, and please try to see whether in your system also the same problem is happening. Try to run this query directly with variable name and see. You know how to recreate this, right? Just don't use this employee name. Directly pass the value here and see whether that is showing you the same result or not. If in your case also this is same, then I think this is a bug.
Yeah, let us.
Okay, so I have provided the chart. Yeah, are you trying now? Can you try now?
Yeah. I'm initializing the connection. Connected.
Okay, can you share your screen if that is okay? Meanwhile, guys, if you have any questions, you can ask. And those people who are getting late, please carry on, please.
Okay, so let me know once you can able to see my screen.
Yes.
This one we were talking about, that variable kind of stuff, and I'm created the variable. Now I'm trying to run this code. Example.db. Okay, so PD was not defined due to that. Let me. Okay. Import pandas as PD. Okay. Here also the same thing was happening, Ashish.
No. You remove that
Connection.
Okay,
Ashish, and also I've always tried to ask you, you were selecting the whole thing and then you are commenting out, right? What is the shortcut key that you are using?
Control //
Control // Okay, got it. So you meant to do this, right? Okay. Again, the same thing is happening. Like, can I try it like this? The John Doe thing here.
No, this should work, right? So do one thing, create another DB. And initiate the connection. Initialize the connection parameter again in a different cell. Yeah, above to that, create another cell.
Okay.
After the inserting, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, after
so
that, create and connection. Do a connection.
Okay, fine.
No, do
connection
everything
equal to.
No. Do copy the whole code from every cell and do it again, but with a different DB name.
Okay, fine. Let me. Example1.db. Is that fine?
Right. Yeah. Now you run it. Okay.
It's working.
Now run the below code.
Yeah.
Below to that. Now run it.
Okay.
No, don't do it. Just run it. Just run it. No,
okay.
Hold on.
I've made some changes here.
Make that to employee name. So first, let's understand it is working like this. Then we'll see.
Yeah, now it's
Huh.
working.
It is working, huh? Now
Yeah.
let's do one thing. Copy that whole code again into a different cell and change the variable name to the direct name. It's called your what?
John Doe.
Huh.
Okay, so you want me to comment this out, right? Okay.
Comment this out, and here in place of this, pass John Doe. Right. Huh.
Yeah, now also it's working. With what's wrong with that example TV?
Okay. Okay. That means it is working, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
that means some specific something that
Why don't
I
we try it with it? Like, let me just also, try with this connection stuff. Example 1.db, right? Now again it was started.
So that means that is a problem with the connection. When you are again defining the connection, it is now if you like, I think if you now you run, it will not work. Can you see?
Yeah, okay. So again the connection, whenever the connection was again, happening, I think there is some kind of a background stuff was happening.
So that is pointing to a empty table, it seems. So you need to be careful while doing this connection, running this connection. Then again, what you need to do, you have to reconnect it. It is not going to work until you connect it to this session. You have to either disconnect from the session.
So
and
if
this
we were in cloud, that is fine. If we were using our own laptop like PyCharm, Jupyter, on that time we won't have that kind of a virtual.
So so that is a good thing. We need to try it in your Jupyter notebook once also. Same thing. Whether this is the
Okay,
problem
I
here
don't
or
have a Jupyter with me. Like, is it like okay? But if you close the cursor, then we can't able to do any options like the cursor if the cursor was closed, right?
correct.
That's the
Correct.
problem.
So
Yeah,
guys, can
because
you try
yesterday
to?
I have done I have tried everything, but close cursor I have given, and then it was saying you have performed a close cursor. Please go and open it like that.
Yeah, so that is like happens always, like cursor thing. Like that's why I start like it is better to start using the connection directly, because connection is also creating a cursor. You need not to call the cursor method again and again. By calling the connection also, it will
Okay, cursor fine, but
can do one, like I just want one thing. Can
Mhm.
we recreate the scenario of empty data that we are getting? Sometimes we are getting, sometimes we are not getting. Can we recreate this scenario in Jupyter Notebook? So this is called a development part also. When as a developer you want to fix a bug, first what is your job? You have to recreate that bug in a different environment.
Okay, okay.
You have to recreate. This is how the developers and the
Testers.
agile concept works.
Okay, okay,
In
okay.
agile methodology, you
Yeah,
have
the
to identify a
tester guy
bug.
will do all this, right? That
Right.
we'll call some testing user. What is that?
And
Testing user manual. Oh,
use cases.
No, no. The testing name was something like they were given multiple inputs to the system, and they'll try to break it out.
That is called your penetration testing.
Penetration, yeah, yeah. Like they'll give a number of inputs at the same time, and they'll try to break the software.
Yes, penetration
Like
testing.
they'll stress testing, I think.
So yeah, that is fine. But the thing is, when you have a bug, you have to recreate the same. That the aim is not to fix the bug. The aim is to recreate the same
Okay.
bug in a different environment.
Okay. So that we can find, is it only happening in a
One environment, yeah.
one environment or another? Like if someone is having Jupyter, then it will be fine.
No, I can try. I just want you guys also to try so that you know this, because this recreation of error, bug, this terminology also very helpful. This is also one type of knowledge that you are gaining, right? Because if you start working as a team, then these things, if you know already, that will be beneficial for you.
And also, like when we talking about agile and stuff, like agile methodology will be there in IT for every roles, right? Throughout, like for business analysts, for DS, for developers, for testers, so that we can,
Correct. So agile is there. So previously it was using waterfall. Waterfall.
Yeah,
is also
waterfall model, right?
Yeah. So
I've studied like I've did some research and I've studied it for the manual testing purpose, but totally now I
right.
forgot.
So no, that is fine. That is fine. You like, because this is something different, right? The data science tool is
Yeah.
something different. It's not that traditional IT now you're going to follow. This is totally different. Now, after the ChatGPT got introduced, it is totally, the market is,
Yeah,
disrupt.
totally. Now it was different.
Like,
Yes.
so few people are for ChatGPT, few people like already started implementing ChatGPT in their application. So this also happening.
Yeah, even for single email also, like we were not using our intelligence nowadays. Like
Yeah,
just
that's
go
what we are
and
going to
drop.
use. See, simple concept, guys. Like, yeah, I'm going to a shop and I bought something. Why will I take pen and paper and start calculating? I have calculator. I'll use that.
Yeah.
And when you say like, no, you have to use pen and paper, or forget the mathematics. That doesn't make sense, right? So this is what we are heading now.
Yeah, but now only the people are talking about ChatGPT and all this, but there is a there is an domain called that e-publication and all those. That e-publication and everything was started demolishing by AI. The people were lost their jobs, tons and tons of jobs in e-publication already due to that AI. But now only the people were calling, like 2 years before they called it as a tool. Now they were calling as AI.
No, that makes sense, because manual work is going to be easier for us now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want, or else like I'm doing a freelancing and I have multiple projects to run. So
Okay.
I can't sit and write codes for every project. That will take millions of time or days of time.
Okay, so once the GPT was on live, it is very useful for us, right?
Yeah, because we are saving time here, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
The time management is now totally changed. Like,
Okay.
if you read some business news on this industry, you'll find like startups are saying those development team which is taking 10 days or 20 days to write some application code, now they can use like 2-3 days they are writing that. In
Okay.
2-3 days.
Just with the
20
similar little modifications from GPT, we can able to do it, right?
Yeah. And that also in a well formatted way, like what line means what.
Yeah, the commenting lines, like if I don't understand, if I copy and paste it, it was giving me an elaborated stuff like, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, like that.
Right. Yeah. So okay, you try it. Okay. I didn't have my breakfast today, so I'm going to.
Sure.
You please go ahead, guys. I think this is the Thursday, right? Okay, we'll see on Monday then. Okay, great.
Okay, Ashish. Yeah.
Not tomorrow, right? No class tomorrow, right?
Yeah. From Monday to Thursday only we have sessions.
Great, guys. Okay,
yeah,
we'll
Ashish.
see. Meet you all.
Yeah.
On Monday.
Thank you, Ashish. Happy weekend
Bye.
then.
Bye. Happy weekend.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.